Thank you, Tyler, and it's just constantly changing these days. If you're sneezing and have itchy or watery eyes lately, weed pollens may be the culprit. They're reaching their annual peak across our area right now.
And with this fall-like change in weather, I learned one local clinic is now using a one-of-a-kind technology to help inform patients.
It's cool. This is the new pollen collector.
A sophisticated device now sits atop the allergy clinic of East Tennessee in Johnson City, collecting pollen 24/7.
For one, it's much more accurate than the old collector we were using.
According to Stefan Pinkowski, the collector is a drum covered with a film that moves very slowly.
Every hour it moves 2 millimeters, and it does that for a full week. So at the end you get a 48 millimeter film that you then cut into 7 different days, and that's how you can read the pollen.
All to make for a more effective process than the old pollen collector.
This fin on top keeps the collector always pointed in the direction of the wind.
After enough data is collected, Pinkowski then reads it under a microscope.
You have to line it up and then scan the slide, stop, count your pollen grains, and then continue. And count, continue.
A tedious process.
This is ragweed.
Before the pollen grains and mold spores are identified.
They look so similar. Oh, it's very hard to tell.
But once he hones in on it, this data can be very useful for patients. Right now, Pinkowski says we mainly have a lot of weed pollen like ragweed, pigweed, and cocklebur.
When you know the concentration of the pollen in the air, you can say whether that's a high, medium, low risk of having symptoms.
In Johnson City, Tyler Allender, News Channel 11.